Terrific effort! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Nesta is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not the most accurate pass. Marcelo venturing down the left. And here's Ibrahimovic. He has found the way through. It's Ibrahimovic! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Oh, what a chance. And after doing all the hard work as well, he'll be kicking himself here.
Lobbed in behind, and he's picked it up out wide. Marcelo has it in a wide position.
And Messi clearly are looking formidable.
But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
And here's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent... It's Iniesta! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Iniesta is offering a wry smile there.
Getting up there! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Gets a good foot in there. And it's Hullet. Conte. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ambitious ball here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Hullet was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And he can thump it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get onto this? Iniesta. Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Marcelo. Cross to the back post. Van der Sar claims it safe hands.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Marcelo clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
No, that's been intercepted. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here.
Again, a brilliant save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Corner number 2, then. Oh, good! Oh, crossbar! Oh, what has happened here? And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Iniesta can see things others simply cannot.
Milan really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. it's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, super find. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Hazard. Here it is, crossed in.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation.
He's having a shot! The captain delivers!
That's probably the best thing that could have happened to this game, Peter. With the half petering out, we were all waiting for someone to take the bull by the horns and change the course of this game. And it just had to fall to him. The team's captain, the team's leader. Brilliant.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Shot a goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Roberto Carlos clears without hesitation. Threads one in. Messi ventures forward. Iniesta, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Here's a sharp little ball here. Hullet. Odo. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Annecy just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Annecy have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Can he spark a counter here? Zanetti looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Cross into the box. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Marcelo is there, and he can pick it up. Vieira. And that's another good win of the ball. Has a look and plays it forward. That has been cut short. Schneider is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And it's Nedved. Zanetti. Zanetti makes a move down the right. Oh, well played. Caught offside that time. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Nicely shaped ball. That's a throw. Cannavaro. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Hullet.
That was lovely, that.
And Hullet! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
So, third quarter of the game. That's the keeper's ball. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Anagata leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And here's Hullet. Now there's a fight. Ibrahimovic! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Changement.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And that has been cleared. Milan are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. And it's Nedved. Nedved with the delivery. Marquez attempts a clearance. Nedved. And this is Schneider. Schneider was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's having a pop! Oh, the ball's come loose here. So close to drawing level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Seedorf getting this one clear.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Elects to cross. There's the header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that's a sharp finish. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Anagata are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Anagata can consider themselves just about safe now. Knocks it into space. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Another throw-in. Conte. Oh, that's well spotted. Spread to the right. It's a pretty loose pass. That's going to go a long way. That is good alertness.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. Hangs in across. And it's been hooked away. Out of play for a throw. Zanetti receives it in a wide position. Searching pass he's played there. Well, that pass isn't the best. So that's it. It is all over. Annecy can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant.
Shot, surely!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That has not gone well. And here's Zanetti. Zanetti makes a move down the right. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Nesta cuts it out. Schneider. Bullet! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Annecy with the corner, there first. Oh, good effort! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Annecy are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And the pass is intercepted. Valverde. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That's a good run down the left. And it's Schneider. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. The ball has bounced loose now. And this is Ibrahimovic. Takes a shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Fernandez. Well, played right into his path.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's having a pop! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Fernandez is offering a wry smile there.
Getting up there! Tries to get it clear. Annecy have the chance to go the other way. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
In early. And the shot! Here comes the cross. And another try! And he's done it! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
After 27 minutes is number 10.
Annecy have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Rice.
Liverpool really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive pass.
Oh, what a mistake! Rice. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Clipped into space. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. He's rising! No, just not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And Hullet! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Hullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Anagata have their third corner. Anagata given another corner. Anagata get their fourth corner. And it's been taken short. The ball goes... Oh, great leap! And it's been hooked away. Zanetti. And he decides to cross it. And that should get the job done.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's got his cross in. And he's cut it out. And it's Snyder. And this is Snyder. Big chance! And he's stuck it away. And this is getting better and better. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Anagata are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Now it's Hullet.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Totti. And they win it back again. Fernandez! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And here's Snyder. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And that signals the end of the first period.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Anagata looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So, into the second half. Now it's Hullet. And this is Ibrahimovic. Rice.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Liverpool clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nedved. There's the delivery. Oh, good block. In he goes again. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Not the most accurate pass. Ekitike tries one from range. It is a very, very good save.
Liverpool are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate.
It's Totti! Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
That's a good ball out wide. A corner it is then. Corner number 2 then. Ronaldinho plays it short. Oh, such a clever touch. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Schneider. And that has put paid to that. Fernandes. And that's gone loose. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Totti. Good ball, good take. And this is Ronaldinho. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Hullet. Nicely spread. Now it's Nedved. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Rice. That pass has been well intercepted. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Pressing high and with purpose. Schneider. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, that's a key interception. Pass somewhat off target. Now, can they get him away? Ibrahimovic! It's in! And he is just ripping it up! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Rice. Ronaldinho. The final 5 minutes. Ronaldinho. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, played through for the wide man.
That's good defensive concentration.
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, nice touch. Chance! And it's come back out to him. And a neat finish. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Liverpool get their goal, A bit of respectability restored. And a chance! And it's in! They are playing them off the park. That was a given. And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Ibrahimovic reflecting on a stellar performance and now taking home a permanent reminder for his mantelpiece. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just... and he shoots! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
And we have our very first corner. Impressive jump! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now the ball in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And that is well cleared. It's gone out for a throw-in. That looks a good cross. Howson wins the duel this time. Can he get on the end of this? That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Hullet. Nedjed. It's a goal kick. Anderson. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely worked. That's the keeper's ball. Zanetti. Seedorf. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Closing in on goal. Takes a shot! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's having a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Doué plays it short. Doué. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Annecy are looking to go forward now. Gerrard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Zanetti. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Kukçu. Seedorf.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Schneider. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Anderson. It's a searching pass. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Silvestre spots it and intercepts. It's Gerrard! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Doué with the short one. And here's Doué. Tries a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, great leap! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Howson.
Sheffield really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Doué takes the shot. Oh, it rattles the bar. Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
That has been cut short. Doué. And it's Batistuta. Always onto this. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Après 26 minutes de jeu par le numéro 11.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Anesi really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Some really good ball movement. And here's Batistuta. Tries from distance. Doué. Oh, right place, right time.
Oh, makes every duel look like a total mismatch.
And he was quick to react. Silvesh. And it's Gerrard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Kirkchu. Now that looks a decent... Shoots! Oh, good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Le numéro 5.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Schneider. Kirkchu is always looking to break lines. Doué. Searching pass he's played there. That's a shade optimistic. That's the throw. Now it's Hullet. Neatly clipped into space. That is good alertness. Kukcu. Romero. Doué. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's rising! And that's in! Right back in the game! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Ibrahimovic.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Gerrard. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's gone for goal. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Schneider cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Good chance here! And they've got a throw. That's really well cleared. And that's another throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Howson. Now Romero. Kukcu. This is a promising build-up. Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that was very necessary. It's going to be another throw. Marcelo picks it up out wide. Marcelo is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, important interception. That's going to go a long way. Gerrard. Seedorf cuts out the pass. And it's Hullet. Aims beyond the defence. Shevchenko. That has not gone well. Schneider. Cross flung in towards the middle. And this could be the final action of the first half. That is Conte. And the whistle goes for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Changement.
And we get things going again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself...
Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Kukchu goes short. And he's there to belt it away. Annecy have the chance to go the other way. It'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Anderson. Romero. Probing pass.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Neymar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Zanetti. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. Seedorf gives no quarter whatsoever. Zanetti. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Cannavaro. Not the most accurate pass. Anderson. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the counter is on. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now, this could be a chance. He's having a pop! Now, that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
Changement en cours.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. And it's Neymar. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looks across and plays it in.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And this is Romario. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kalulu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Howson. Silvestre. Passing is crisp and sharp. Romario. He's beaten the last man. Now then, the ball's come loose. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ibrahimovic.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Attention, changement.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Now he's got space here. Neymar. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, he's ended up in no man's land. And this is Shevchenko.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Marcelo. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Marcelo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Kukçu. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Pull it. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Well, there's the clearance. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Anesi really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Looking to play him in. And there's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Conte. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Marcelo. Shevchenko back and defending. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Shevchenko. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Another chance from a corner.
Changement. Le numéro 7.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Le numéro 14.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Nedved. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That'll be a throw. Annecy could be just about done here.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. It's Neymar! Straight at the keeper.
Neymar really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Timber. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Seedorf producing a good steal there, showing a good level of
Il y aura
alertness.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Marcelo. Ball in towards the middle. And it's claimed by the keeper. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Two minutes to be added on. Conte. Now it's Seedorf. Out towards the flank. And he whips it in. And that has been knocked clear.
Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Annecy perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Van Nistelrooy. Well, that looks a decent ball. Silvestre. In towards the back. And a header! And he's quick to get rid. Crossed in again. Cannavaro tries to clear. And he's managed to get rid. That's a sharp pass. That has not gone well. And it's gone back to the keeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Passing is crisp and sharp. Donadoni. Now, can they get him away? Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Great vision. And just the keeper in his way. Decent chance! That's going to go a long way. Zanetti. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Aimed beyond the defence. Albert Ferrer. Dani Olmo proves too strong. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Park Ji-sung. And he's there to belt it away. Well, he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, shooting chance! Deftly away. Not the most accurate pass. Crossed into the box. Annecy, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Looking to play him in. And he welcomes it in. And he can clear it away. Played into space. Schneider cuts it out. Knocks it into space. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Hullet. Marcelo has it out wide and in space. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Great ball if he can get there. And that should get the job done. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Park Ji-sung. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Hullet. Now it's Seedorf. Nedved picks it up out wide. Saliba gets it away. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. ended up in no man's land. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. Van Nistelrooy. He's got away. And claimed it back swiftly. Park Ji-sung. Looking for options for movement. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That was lovely, that.
It's Snyder! Oh, nearly. Donadoni running with intent. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that was vital. Schneider, and the counter is on. He's a sharp little ball here. That is a brilliant interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is good strength. Oh, he's been caught napping. Flashes it across.
I couldn't quite sort his feet out in time to get it under control.
Park Ji-sung. Schneider gets over and intercepts. Dani Olmo. And he's only too happy to take that back. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nedved supplying the width on this right-hand side. Nedved in towards the back stick. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Schneider looking to play it into the box. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Seedorf receives it in. Impressive jump! Oh, what? And again!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Now it's Nedved. Oh, important interception. Little pass back. Saliba makes the interception. Now it's Shevchenko. Park Ji-sung. Lobbed in behind. And that could set him on his way. Very nicely done. Zanetti deals with that comfortably.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
He's gone for goal. And he's being shifted off it. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And that's off target.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And it's Shevchenko. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Shevchenko. Short changes him with that pass. Looking for a runner. And for the first half, that is that. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there, We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's been played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this, and I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Down to business again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life.
Chance! Anagata with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared without hesitation. Donadoni with the clearance.
Zanetti. Nesta.
Is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Driven in. Getting up there! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Dani Olmo. Turns back here, probably the best option. And this is Hullet. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nedved looking for the chance to skim one in from range.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Ibrahimovic. A header! It's in!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Anagata have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Van Nistelrooy. Park Ji-sung. That is lovely. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. That's a good foray he's making. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Zanetti clears. Tries to play it through. Picks Ibrahimovic! And a neat finish! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Anagata are doing very nicely, thank you. He leaps for it! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the...
And Van Nistelrooy! And he's stuck it away. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Silvestre. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's put paid to the danger. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Zanetti.
Park Ji-sung. Oh, this is a terrific run. Crosses it. Oh, good effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
That is Conte. Good running, strong and purposeful. Conte. Nicely shaped ball. That's a shade optimistic. Mateus. Ambitious ball here. Shevchenko. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mateus. This is a promising build-up. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well measured. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Messi clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Hullet. Park Ji-sung. Played towards the other side.
Zanetti.
And it's Seedorf. Oh, strongly challenged there. Looking for the run. It's a good run, this. One that is high in energy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Can he finish? It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
Après 78 minutes
Wonderfully
de jeu par
smooth, smart
le numéro
and
22.
slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Arsenal now just needing one.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's had it nicked away. Ibrahimovic. Schneider. Stood up well to him there. Bruno Fernandes making good progress on the right-hand side. He's found a way through. Threads one in. And he's there to belt it away.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that is well cleared. Oh, that's a key interception. Bruno Fernandes. That's Nedved. No, he's not getting past him there.
Messi can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Anagata close now to seeing this one through to the end. Silvestre. is one whose deliveries we all know about. Tries to pass it, and the finish!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And the ball's come loose here. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Mateus, aimed at the far side.
Temps additionnel,
Right
5
card.
minutes.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Nicely weighted ball. Donadoni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Another chance from a corner. This their second corner of the game. Silvestre. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes.
Seedorf.
And it's Hullet. And he's worked it through. That is good alertness. Mateus. Nicely aimed pass. And there goes the final whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. He leaps for it! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence shapes to shoot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cannavaro.
Kirkchu.
This is a...
Batistuta! So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Marcelo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Hullet. That's a nicely weighted pass. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Quality ball. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Ibrahimovic deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Annecy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Getting up there! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
That's put paid to the danger. A probing pass. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Great ball, and he's in. There's the shot! Tries to get it clear.
Sheffield really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Conte.
Sheffield are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's been taken short. Romero. Strokes it back. Silvestre. 30 minutes gone. Nedved, renowned for his long-range shooting. And it's made its way to him. Oh, nicely intercepted. Doué. Juke. And it's Doué. Kirkchu. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Nedved. Looking for a runner. Howson. Silvestre. Doué. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Zanetti. It's Hullet.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's a key interception. Hullet. Well, that is one way to stop him. Gerrard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pass somewhat off target.
Hullet. Now it's Nedved. And it's Zanetti.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And they've got rid.
There will be 1
Doué.
minute added time.
Nicely weighted ball. Cross goes in there. And he's taking no chances there. No way through, so back it comes. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that signals the end of the first period. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Batistuta. Number 8.
Here is the first touch of the second half.
Coming on the field.
0-0,
Number 20,
and we're at the halfway point.
Number 7, Neymar.
Marcelo is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. Annecy really could have done without this. This to make it 1-0. What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Seedorf.
Has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Played into space. And this is from Mario. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
That's a good ball. That's going to go a long way. And claimed it back swiftly. Howson. Looking for the run. And it's Nedved.
Oh, really well played.
And the through ball. Shoots! And it's in! Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
The goal scorer for Annecy after 57 minutes is
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Diouf.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Alonso, played out wide. Space for him to turn and look. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's loose here and they'll want to reclaim it. And it's Neymar. He's having a hit! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
He's looking wide. Now this could be a chance. Shot a goal! Gerrard. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Aimed beyond the defence. Xavi Alonso. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gerrard. Diouf. Now it's Gerrard. Diouf. This looks promising. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Driving through the middle. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Substitution on the field, number 9.
So a chance here, what can they make of it?
Coming on to replace him is number 19, Joelinton.
And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. That was travelling. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. And that has left him in a heap. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Joelinton. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Real chance! So close to drawing level.
Diouf was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop!
It's their second corner of the game. Neymar plays it short. Now it's Neymar. Opts to play it back. Tries one from range! And a truly agonising miss.
That's really unlucky because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Corner number 3 coming up. Neymar with the short one. Neymar! And that could have brought them level.
Zanetti.
And he cuts out the supply. Kalulu gets over and intercepts. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And Romario! And a neat finish! They have stolen level at the last! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Number 20, Romario.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And it's Marcelo, looking to pass their way up the pitch.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that has not gone well. Linton, that's really well manoeuvred. Neymar. And here's Romario. Oh, they can break here. Pull it. This is a promising build-up. And it's Marcelo. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Linton. And that is as much time as there will be. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. A perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game. Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Ferran Torres. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Ferran Torres. Space for him to turn and look. Tries a shot! And he's stuck it away. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Neatly clipped into space. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Neymar goes short. Pinches it off him. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Tonali. Looking for options for movement. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Well, nicely intercepted. Dani Olmo is onto it in a flash. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Hullet. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Schneider. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now that's well seen too. And that is a little undercooked. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Tonali. Arsenal are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend. Tries one from range!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Neymar with the short one. Great ball, and he's in. Decent chance! Annecy have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's Seedorf. Nedved. Quick look, then plays it in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Pass somewhat off target. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Dembele. Aims beyond the defence. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Le numéro 23.
Arsenal with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Dani Olmo. Now it's Ferran Torres. Played into space. Well, that has not gone well. Dani Olmo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Nedved. Ibrahimovic. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to pass it through. Oh, important interception. And he's there to get it away. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ferran Torres. Schneider.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Dembele, who's set up one goal so far. Pull it. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Vardio gets it away. There's the delivery. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. And he gets rid in a hurry. Corner number 2 then. Terrific effort! And he hits the net! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen...
And that is indeed the final act. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2.
Changement.
The second half then, just getting going. Can he get onto this? And he skips past his man. Oh, no joy this time. Doué. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Chance for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And they get themselves in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Nedved. Doué.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That is good alertness. Seedorf. It's gone out for a throw-in. Looking for a runner. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pull it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Anagata have reclaimed it. Marcelo is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Anagata really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Zanetti, oh, greatly! Oh, crossbar! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. It's just beyond his reach. And he can thump it away.
Well, that's...
Oh, what has happened here? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Floated through, and a chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Hakimi. And here's Doué. Dembele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Doué. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Messi may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And it's Seedorf. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Attention, changement.
Conte. And it's Zanetti. In with the challenge. And they've got a throw. Cannavaro. And once more he proves rigid and robust. It's a throw-in. And a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Alexander-Arnold. He won't be happy with that one.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And it's Doué. Oh, perfectly measured that. Pull it over to the right flank. Zanetti. He's shifting through the gears here. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, the keeper's done wonderfully well there.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's really well manoeuvred. Tonali. 5 minutes left on the clock. A searching ball out wide. Toure with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Says the talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Changement en cours.
Oh no, he's got that wrong.
Anesi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Out towards the flank.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
And he's straight offside. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Played out wide. Zanetti delivers. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And that is as far as it goes. Annecy played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
Votre attention, chers spectateurs.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Anesi definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.